When kids are hungry, it makes it very, very difficult for them to concentrate, and when kids can't concentrate, it makes it nearly impossible to learn. So I started Eat Up in Shepparton, which is my hometown in country Victoria, and it was actually a very grassroots start. It wasn't anything complex or grand. It was on the back of a local newspaper story in our local paper, the Shep News. Shepparton does have a reputation for disadvantage, but to read about kids missing out on food was just a whole nother level of severity than what I ever thought was happening locally, and I just always assumed kids in Australia would have access to food, but unfortunately, the articles show that wasn't the case. The research found by Foodbank Australia and the government that they found there's actually 1 in 8 Australian kids who arrive at school hungry every day, and that, like, upon hearing that statistic, that's really what led to Eat Up scaling. I was totally taken aback and just had no idea. And I think whenever we work with new groups of volunteers or anyone who wants to help, they hear that and they feel compelled, they feel motivated to help, and it's off the back of this volunteer engagement that has grown. And today there's actually over 550 schools we support throughout Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland. I actually started RMIT first in 2006, so immediately after I finished Year 12 I started the entrepreneurship degree. I've remained really closely connected through RMIT through mentoring, so Marcus Powell, the entrepreneur in residence, he remains someone who I regularly return to. I spoke to him very recently, in fact, just about how Eat Up's going and some of my hopes for the years to come, and he's always a really receptive, knowledgeable contact to be able to sit down with, so I'm very grateful for that. We did so much pitching as a part of that course. We would regularly sort of just get thrown and have to pitch for a minute or 5 minutes. And I really loved the freedom the entrepreneurship degree gave you to choose these really diverse, broad electives. And I've always had a passion for film, a passion for cinema, and I took a great deal from that, and just to be able to look at things creatively, I think entrepreneurship has that element to it as well. So to be able to take that away was really special too.